Hello students, welcome back to Vijay Tech Academy. I am Vijay Kumar K. In our previous lecture, we learned how do we create series and how do we access element using position indexing and labeled indexing. In today's class, we will study about accessing multiple elements from the series along with arithmetic operations on series and commonly used functions. So let's begin. Before we start, let's have a quick review of the previous class. We discussed about positional indexing, where we access the data using position numbers like 0, 1, 2, etc. We also discussed about the labeled indexing, where we access the element using index label, that is user-defined labels. Let's have the learning outcomes. By the end of this lecture, you'll be able to learn how do we access a single element in the series, how do we access multiple elements, which is also known as slicing, how do we perform arithmetic operations on a series, add and subtract operation on series, multiply and division operation on series, commonly used function out of which one is the sum, that is finding the sum of all elements, finding the maximum and minimum value from a series, finally count the number of elements in a series. So if I ask you, can we access only one element in the series, then definitely, because we have already learned in the previous class how do we access one element from the series, so your answer is yes, of course. Same way, if I want to access multiple elements from a series, then also we say yes, we can access multiple elements from the series. And once you are accessing multiple elements together, that is called as slicing, which is very much similar that we discussed in list in class 11th. So how do we access multiple elements from the series? I'm just taking the example here. If you just go through this example, in this example we can see that I have created a list here which stored the marks of the student of 5 students like 78, 95, 62, 88 and 71, and I have given the index like Amit, Ashok, Anurag, Priya and Priyanka, and create a series for marks. Index is student. Now if I try to access the element from Amit to Anurag, which are basically first three elements, so how do we specify it? We specify it SE Amit colon Anurag. This is labeled indexing. So here all the three elements from Amit, Ashok and Anurag will be accessed. And sure, last index, that is Anurag, will also be accessible in this case. But if I use 0 colon 3 as positional indexing, then element from 0, 1 and 2 will be accessed and 3 will be excluded. So if I perform the slicing with the example in the previous slide we see, if I write print SC 0 colon 3, it means we will access the element from index 0 to 2. If I do not specify any of the indexing, simply write colon colon, it means it will access all the elements of the series. Colon colon 2 means what? It will access the alternate element from index 0. The step value is 2 in this particular case. 2 colon 4, in this particular case, we are going to access the element as with index 2 and index 3. And in the last case, 4 colon colon minus 1, it will access all the elements and print all the elements in reverse order. We just try to understand these concepts practically also. So I have taken some examples here. Print colon 2, it means what? From index 0 and 1, the element will be accessed, first two elements, and 2 will be excluded in this case. 1 colon from index 1 onward, all the elements will be printed. Colon colon minus 1, all elements will be displayed in reverse order. Colon colon 2 will print alternate elements. Let's try to understand the concept using the Python practical. So I just go here, just create a new file, and I request all the students, please write with me. Import, I just increase the font size so that you can see it properly. Fine. So import pandas as pd. Now I just create a list, say marks is equals to say 67, 88, 93, 78 and 56. My values may be differ from the slides. Students, another list I am creating here. Say Amit, Ashok, Anurag, Priya, Priyanka. So these are the 5 students I am taking. I just create the series SE is equals to PD dot series marks comma index is equals to students. So this will create the series. If I write print SE, so I just run it. I first save it and then I run it. I just run it now. Some error is there, has no attribute. Oh, spelling is wrong here. SERIES. Sorry students, I run it again. Now the series is created. So this is the complete series, nothing new I have done here. Now we just try to understand the concept to access multiple elements. If I write Amit colon Anurag, so in this case what is going to happen? Elements from index Amit to Anurag will be printed, and according to that the values 67, 88 and 93 respectively for Amit, Ashok and Anurag will be printed. Run it and see. You see only 3 elements, Amit 67, Ashok 88, Anurag 93 is printed here or displayed here. If I write, suppose 0 colon 2, so in this case what is going to print? Now see, in the previous case Amit, Ashok, Anurag, all the 3 indexes were printed. If I use position indexing, तो पोजीशन इज 0, 1 and 2, but 2 will not be printed, यानी कि 93 will not be printed, only 67 and 88 will be printed in this case. You see, in this case, what happened? 0:2, the index 2 is excluded here. In case of position indexing, the upper index is always ignored. Take other examples. If I write 2 colon, sorry, if I write Ashok colon, so in this particular case, Ashok onwards, all elements will be printed. Hence, value for Ashok, Anurag, Priya and Priyanka, all will be printed. So you see, Ashok onwards, 88, 93, 78, 56 are the values for Ashok, Anurag, Priya and Priyanka respectively. So all these 4 values are printed here. If I write colon 2, I just remove Ashok from here, colon 2. In this case, alternate element from Amit will be printed. So for Amit, value is 67, then Anurag 93, then Priyanka 56 will be printed. We just say, I hope you understand the concept of step value. So here, for Amit 67, then Anurag 93 and then Priyanka 56. Alternate elements will be printed because step value is 2 here in this particular case. We take another examples. If I write in place of 2, I write -1. Then in this particular case, all the elements of the series will be printed in reverse order. You see, first Priyanka, then Priya, then Anurag, then Ashok, and then Amit values have been printed here. I hope you are understanding the concept and you are understanding the concept of slicing or accessing multiple elements. So you need to specify lower limit, upper limit, and then access the multiple elements from the series. So I hope you could understand that what is the basic meaning of slicing or accessing multiple elements from the series. Now we will be performing some arithmetic operations on series. So I consider the same series that we have already taken in the previous slides. Same values 78, 95, 62, 88, 71. Amit, Ashok, Anurag, Priya are my students. I have taken them as index. Fine. So accordingly, if I print complete SE, so these are the values are going to print. If I perform arithmetic operation on the series object, like if anywhere I write SE plus 5, in case of list this operation is not valid, but in case of series this operation is valid. If I write SE plus 5, so what is going to happen? Each element of series, that is 78, 95, 62, 88 and 71 will be added with value 5. So after that your result will be 83, 100, 67, 93 and 76. So if you want to perform arithmetic operation SE plus 5, SE minus 5, SE multiply 2, SE divide by 2, all these operations are valid and ensure all these elements will be executed on each element of series. Let's understand all these one by one. First is addition. So here you can see the result I discussed with you earlier. We do it practically as well. Now I just print the series here, and thereafter I write print SE plus 5. So what is going to happen? Here I have the 67. So from if I add 5 to this, so it will become 72, 93, 98, 83, and 61. We just say you see, this is the original series that we had, and in this 5 have been added 67, so it is 72, 88, so it is 93, 93, so is it 98, 78, so it is 83, 56, so it is 61. So addition operation is valid operation on series. If I add any scalar value to the series object, it will perform simple addition operation. Similarly, in place of addition, if I write subtraction operator and I perform the operation, you see the values will be decreased by 5. So 67, so it is 62, 88, so it is 83, 93, so it is 88, 78, so it is 73, 56, so it is 51. This is how we can perform subtraction operation. Similarly, if I write multiply, so multiply operation can also be executed in the same fashion. So you see 67 multiplied by 5, 88 multiplied by 5, 93 multiplied by 5, 78 multiplied by 5, and 56 multiplied by 5. Result is being shown here. And similarly, if I perform division operation, then this can also be executed in the same fashion. So you see the output, if you divide 67 by 5, so you will be getting 13.4, 88 by 5, so 17.6, 93 divided by 5, so 18.6, 78 divided by 5, 15.6, and 56 divided by 5, 11.2 will be the result. So this is how we can perform simple arithmetic operations on series object. Here all the operations have been done using the scalar value. One is series object and one is scalar value. If you perform this operation, this will be treated as a valid operation. So here addition, multiplication, subtraction, division, all these operations we have done. Now we just try to understand some commonly used functions supported by Python for series. First is sum. This function basically is used to find the sum of all numeric values stored in the series object. Max function is used to get the maximum value stored in the series object. Min function is used to find the minimum value from the series object. Count function is used to get the number of elements stored in the series object. We just see it one by one practically as well. Like if I write print sum SE, fine. So I'll get the sum of 67 plus 88 plus 93 plus 78 plus 56. Fine. So just run it. So 382 is the sum for all these values. Similarly, if I write, I just make a change here. I just write sum is equals to, then I write max is equal to. Student, please do practical with me so that you can understand the concept easily. max print min is equals to comma min of SE, and finally print count of SE. Fine. So we just run this program and see the output. Count is not supported here. Let me see why it is not supported. 60, so sum is coming as 382. Maximum value in this is 93, so 93 is coming. Minimum value is 56, so 56 is coming. Let me just see why count is not coming. Yes, count is not a function. You see here it is coming in the purple color. Here it is coming in the black. So this is not. So in place of that, what we can write, you just write size SE dot size to get the number of elements. Now you see here I am getting the count as 5, 67, 88, 93, 78, 56. 5 elements are there, so I am getting the count. So in place of this, you can use one of the attribute of the series, which is size. Later we will be discussing more about this size attribute. So commonly used functions sum, max, min can be used. SE dot size will give you the number of elements in the series object. Fine. So this is how the sum, max, min and count are the functions which are commonly used in series. We have seen that what is the output of this particular program that I have already explained you. So in today's lecture, what we have learned, first we discussed how do we access multiple elements using slicing concepts. Then arithmetic operations on series like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now also we discussed some commonly used functions, sum, max, min, count. Some practice question. I request all the students, please solve these questions as it can be very useful for you for board preparation. What do you mean by slicing? I hope you can understand now. How do you access multiple using position indexing from index 3 to 5 in a series? Create a series containing marks of 5 students. Add 10 bonus marks to every student. Multiply all the marks by 2. Find the total marks. Find the highest marks and lowest marks and count the number of students. In the next lecture, we will learn more operations on the series. Like if you want to perform addition, subtraction, multiplication operation on 2 series objects, so that will also be discussed in the upcoming lectures. Fine. So in the next lecture, we will be learning to perform arithmetic operations on 2 series objects. We will also learn one of the most interesting feature of the pandas, that is automatic index alignment, where pandas matches database on index label before performing the calculation. What does it mean? That whatever calculations will be done, every calculation will be based on index. After matching the index, calculations will be done. I hope today's lecture was useful for you. If you like the lecture, then please like, share, and subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe it. Happy learning. Thank you.